Sup? My name is RyuAvalonGaming for the YugiohCouncil. Welcome to Coffee Time, your Monday morning discussion video released in the evening because during the day I'm mass recording for you guys among 5 separate channels. I think that's a lot nicer of a way to intro Coffee Time, but we have a lot to talk about. So first off, if you hear any bumps or bruises in the back, those are the geckos walking around. It's nocturnal. It's not nighttime when I record this, and there's a turtle nearby too, who may want to make a little bit of noise, so just fair warning to you guys. I always seem the recording here because I like the way it doesn't echo the reptile room. And it's pretty pleasant here. It's peaceful. Lets me get my ideas together. Secondly, I know I may reference Konami here, and I know I said the video was going to be 40 minutes, but I ultimately decided against doing a 40-minute video because it's more of a rant video at the time, and some things have changed since the original recording that do matter into this, and I wanted to make sure that this video is pretty damn on point to exactly what I need to say. So it's the NAS, which is attacking Yugioh Pro and Dueling Network. So here's the thing, Yugioh Pro is not done, it's not dead, it's getting updated. If you have the client, then you're pretty much good to go. If you don't, you can go to Dev Pro, or if someone has Yugioh Pro, they could put it in a zip file. Someone's working on that, wink wink. And you could download it off of there from there. Now, I'm still not sure about Mac and whatnot, and here's the other fun thing. Yugioh Pro is called open source. Now, for those of you who don't understand open source, basically you can go in and change the coding and then build everything from the ground up by yourself. And it's not very hard to do any of that stuff. So if it ever came down to it, there is that option. Secondly, there's also multiple programs in the works that I've actually seen from fans creating similar things like Dueling Network and whatnot. And Konami, yes, is supposed to be coming out with their version of Yugioh Pro. So first off, all YouTubers who are watching this video, you should be talking about the subject on social medias. You should talk about how you feel about NSA attacking Dueling Network and Yugioh Pro. Now's the time. Whether you like to, just post deck profiles, take a minute, just make a video. No one's going to make fun of the way you sound. If they do, fuck them, seriously. But, this is the time to really come together and do it. So, I'm going to talk about a few things here. I'll play both advocate for the defense of Yugioh Pro and for the reasons it doesn't matter about the card game. To be fair, I'm going to explain this to you guys. So let's break it down the hardcore way, which people don't always like to listen to, but they're going to have to. So the general consensus is that without Yugioh Pro or Dev Pro, YugiTubing would die. That's actually incorrect, because when YugiTubing started, way back when Pod's Joker and MCO40 were just coming up, as well, I want to say Waffles. I go back in the day. I had a channel back then. It just wasn't as popular, and I was an asshole. I've changed. I've changed as a person because of the channel. We'll get to that. But back then, we didn't have Yugioh Pro, we didn't have Dueling Network, we didn't have none of that. And then eventually Dueling Network came, I think, around 2011, 2012, which was a godsend. It made doing deck profiles so much easier. Now, here's the thing. The general consensus is that Dueling Network keeps Yu-Gi-Oh popular. That's actually incorrect. What actually keeps Yu-Gi-Oh popular is the anime, the fan base, and the people still believing in this game more than Dueling Network and Yugioh Pro. Because, I'll be honest, I know some people said, well, it's the only way I could play, I'm not going to bother buying cards. Some of those people who say that don't ever buy cards. And I'm not trying to single anyone out. I can understand if your local is 4 hours away, and you don't do YugiTubing, you don't have the time to do it, or maybe you have more interest in, doing game videos. Trust me, I understand. But Konami's not looking at that point of that you're an X factor for the sales. That's just how it is. Like it or not, that's just how the hell it is. And some people get, really worked up about it. And now, I'm not saying without Yugioh Pro, Yu-Gi-Oh! Still wouldn't be relevant. I honestly think a big chunk of it is us who do, Yu-Gi-Oh! Content on a daily basis. And I like to basically point out that as many people who don't like Slayerda or Asian Eyes, however you want to say his name, there are people who think he's funny. Some people don't. Some people think we're all trash. Good for you. move on with your day, but I only bring it up because it's relevant to the video. So here's my whole stance on everything. NSA attacking Dueling Network and Yugioh Pro sucks. They can't attack DevPro because DevPro is hosted in Japan, meaning that there is a whole nother legal system that they have to go through just to get to them, even if they try. So if they try straight from the US like they've been doing, they could just shrug it off and no problem, no way of getting to them. See, there's the thing. Dueling Network, however, has been different and has been the center of controversy. Here's the thing. Some people can't download Yugioh Pro or DevPro, and I understand how that works because some people's computers just can't handle it, and it'll crash on them because their internet's not strong enough. There's so much needed to run Yugioh Pro perfectly, even to like cut a fucking YouTube video. There's so much you need to really get that video where it doesn't lag. And some people don't get that aspect of it and just think that Dueling Network is toxic, garbage. And I'll be honest, it can really be toxic, and there are a lot of people who don't know the rulings and will just straight out call you a cheater, and it does take 20 years to get an admin. But these are people trying to give other people who would not have had the Yu-Gi-Oh experience without it. So I always give respect to that, because these people don't have to take time out of their fucking day to do that. And it's respectable that they do. So whether or not you cared about Dueling Network is besides the point. The point is, it was there. It made some people enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! Some people preferred it. And whether you didn't or you did is relevant, because the point still stands. For some people, that was really the only way to do it. Not everyone has the computer setup that can handle Yugioh Pro. Or it could just be, something's not clicking with the motherboard that doesn't work for them. So let me talk about the pros of this whole situation. It brings us all together. It lets us not be toxic. Some people just want to ignore the casual fan base, but the casual fan base is much bigger than the pro fan base. And this has been ongoing debate of, is it the pro fan base that matters, or is it the casuals? I've always stanced that it's both. But here's the funny part. Some people think Yu-Gi-Oh's dying because the competitive scene is not up there as much, and I've tried to get my point across, but I think tonight will be the one time I get it across perfectly in words that I've been writing down for a fucking 5 days spent exhausting time to try to phrase this properly, and I still probably won't, but I'm going to do it anyway. What probably happened is most people who were in that competitive scene for all those years just got burned out by the game, or growing older like myself. We're hitting our late 20s. I'm late 20s. And some of us are even hitting our 30s, and we're starting our families, or we're starting, more relationships, or we're going into our careers, and that competitive scene doesn't mean as much. And there's other card games that even have better prize support than Yu-Gi-Oh does, and that's been a known fact. So what the hell is what the hell's the matter with the turnout? Some people think that the numbers are going down so quickly. It's not true. It's not. Numbers may go down one day, sure, but here's the fucking thing. It's always going to be an up and down situation, because it depends who's not busy and who is busy that day. It depends who made the cut for regionals. From regionals into nationals, or people who can fly out to YCS. The economy is terrible right now, and I know I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh channel, I'm talking about the economy, but the US system sucks right now. I'm being completely blunt and honest here. And the economy, for a good chunk of people, they can't afford that hotel room, the YCS travel, and the 2 days off of possible work. That may be the only way that they are able to make ends meet. And this isn't a cheap shot to the dude. I respect the dude for coming up from Yugi Tubing all the way up to owning a store in Cali. Much respect to Paz Joker. But he's a prime example where he doesn't have the time for it anymore, and business comes first, and I respect it. It's the same way for me. I would go out to tournaments, I would go out to nationals, but because of time restraints, because of a family, because of just, my actual fucking work, besides YouTube. I actually do count YouTube as work, because, I'll be honest, it is pretty damn good financially. To the point, though, when I say this, it's just like a situation that most people don't want to look at. They just want to point the finger that Yu-Gi-Oh's dying out, and it's happening. When something new comes out, it's a human psyche to go and be like, ooh, what is this? How do we play this? And then you hit a point that you're like, either I really do like this, and I can't really afford both games, I choose one over the other because of the new one is cheaper or something, or it's still in its infancy, or it's pretty much just, I'm just going to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's that. So there's multiple reasons why the pro scene goes down, and we can't just sit here and say that NAS is the reason that the competitive scene will die, or this will die, or that will die. What would ultimately happen is that we would go back to the dark ages of Yu-Gi-Oh! We would need actual fucking printouts that have people's, like, you know, cards on it, and then you would see more net decking than anything. And maybe for NAS, that's not a big fucking deal, but let's be honest, how many deck profiles a week do you see put on YouTube that are different? Now, sometimes there are exact same deck profiles. Everyone's doing the hot topic, like this week. Was Felgrand is pretty popular. Blue Eyes is going to be extremely popular next week because of Blue Eyes Chaos Max, Blue Eyes Ultimate, Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon. A lot of the movie stuff, you know, that's all good to get out there because you want to get in the YouTube algorithm. But here's the funny part about NAS. They're not looking at the whole picture. They're going from the same issue that YouTube is having as a giant basic thing right now. They're just looking at, that's our property, these people are making money off of it, and they're just pulling a fucking Nintendo. And if you don't know what I mean when I say a fucking Nintendo, Nintendo had this whole backlash thing where they took everyone's freaking YouTube videos that were up for years. Now, I wouldn't say NAS is stupid enough to do it to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community, to be fair, but if they are, goddamn the backlash people are going to get from it. And I mean, most of us, let's be honest, don't really make enough to actually keep consistently doing it, and we would all fall out, and then Yu-Gi-Oh! Would probably lose its casual market, and that's a huge fucking market, and they're not stupid enough to get rid of that casual market. So let me break this down to you guys real quick. NAS is going after YGO Pro and DN because of the main fact when people go to tournaments, it looks bad that they don't have that program like that Hearthstone or even Magic the Gathering Online, which you can buy off of Steam. I'm not plugging it. I'm not sponsored. If I was sponsored, I say it. I don't even play Magic the Gathering. Or the Pokemon Trading Card, it came online. And an easy fix to this whole damn problem would be two things. One, bring back the card code numbers that you could put in a password on the old Game Boy games, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance games to get the card in your game. Or even on PSP, the original one. And that would give you the card that you own in game. This would allow you to utilize the card pool, and then we could just share numbers, and everyone would have, you know, YGO Pro 2.0. From there, in all future packs, do what the Pokemon TCG does. Now, if you don't know what it does, I will plug my fucking channel for this one. On the PokemonCouncil, that's one of my second channels. I have like 5 channels. But if you go on there, one of the recent videos, I open Pokemon packs, and if you look at it, I say, here's the code, take it. Basically, you take that code, you go on Pokemon Online, you download the client just like you would YGO Pro, you punch in the code, and you get a booster pack. For every booster pack you buy, you're getting a booster pack digitally. And you'll pull out different things. You're not going to pull out the same thing, so it could be great. And it's a great system. No one complains. Everyone enjoys it. And Pokemon TCG is one of the most popular TCGs in the entire world right now. Especially with everyone playing Pokemon Go. But for those of you who don't care about Pokemon, the point is still relevant. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not going to die off because of a simulator going away. And originally, I did have this whole emotional speech, and I would like to share it again. Last year, without you guys, I would not have fucking made it through. Even with the support group I did, I need that tight-knit group that I just felt with you guys. Like, it's much smaller. It's not as wide. It's not everyone's voices just fading into the crowd. For some reason, last year, you guys came through vocally on Facebook, on YouTube for me during my darkest hours. So I don't feel like I ever got the chance the past couple of months to say it, but thank you from the bottom of my heart. You each mean the world to me, and that's why every single day I dedicate myself to making a new YouTube video that is Yu-Gi-Oh related, whether or not I want to see the game, play the game, or touch the game. Sometimes I don't even fucking touch my own cards anymore because I just need a break, but I do it because I love you guys. And as a YouTuber, you don't take breaks. You keep going. It's a grind game. And for some people, that's too much. It's too hard. But then you look at it, you're like, wait, I did school, and I grinded through school. I go to the gym, I grind through the gym. It's all the same damn process. But you learn to have a little fun with it. You learn to, like, go from there. And it sounds so motivational right now, listening back to myself with the headphones. But god damn it, it's so damn true. And honestly, I strive to make better and better coffee times and have more and more confidence in my voice. And sometimes, apparently, to random people, I come off as an asshole. I'm sorry, I just speak the truth, and some people just don't get it. They think I just read off an improp screen that has words coming down off a monitor into a microphone, which I find hilarious. I do have to say, though, I don't agree with NAS going after these simulators. They're just going to constantly pop up. It's like Pokemon ROM hacks. You could try to shoot one down, 20 more is going to pop up, and there's really no reason to, shoot them down. Yes, they're using your shit. Are they making money off of it? Fuck no. They're basically promoting your game. It's free advertisement, so shut up, take it, and enjoy the fucking candy that comes from it. Let's be honest. When I open a Felgrand structure deck on YouTube, you guys get to physically see everything. And that's not promoting a video here. Or if you go to, like, I don't know, who else does, like, freaking openings nowadays? Cyberknight, he's big. If you go to Cyberknight or Simply Unlucky, and you see that you get that excitement from that person, you get their thoughts and views about it, you're not just going to your friends, hey guys, what do you think about this deck? And they tell you it sucks, but you want to believe there's something good there. You can get other people's opinions. That's free goddamn advertisement. You're not going around asking surveys, I'll pay you $20 each to tell me your fucking thoughts and let me use them in the future. No, you're getting it for free. And on these YGO Pro and DN and Dev Pro simulators, it's the same damn thing. It's free advertisements for decks. It is free advertisement for you, the viewer, to take what we create and have fun with it. And then if you really do like it, you spend your real world money and Konami gets the money from it. Now, here's the thing. NAS doesn't want to look at it. Falls on Konami to make good archetypes to actually fucking get out there where you people want to buy it. You're not going to want to buy trash. The economy sucks. If I said to you, this is $1, it's a budget pack. But if I made that budget pack worth 10 times better at my 99-cent store than the average Walmart did, you're going to come to my 99-cent store and you're going to come often to get those dollar packs because they are the better buy overall. They're more competitive. You're going to be able to keep up with your friends. I've had the joy of talking to so many of you, whether it be on Facebook, Skype, YouTube, or Discord, or Overwatch, or games. You guys are the best. And I don't mean to, like, I know I sound like everyone else when I say, yeah, you guys are the best, you're the greatest. Because of it, I sound like every other fucking YouTuber in the world. But every other YouTuber feels the same way like I do. We get this lifetime experience of maybe never even meeting you guys, but connecting in a way that we never would be able to. I feel like I have friends I can turn to and talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's not socially awkward. And yes, I stutter, I can admit it, because you guys are understanding. And it's like, this is all free fucking advertisement for Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's so silly that NAS doesn't wake up and realize it. But it's not just NAS. It's every single company out there with their head up their ass. And it's just the only way I can really say it. They all have their damn head up their ass. See, most corporations, this is ultimately what I'm trying to say, they have their head up their ass. It's the best way to say it. And if they don't listen to the YouTube community, the internet community, which is not always 100% right. Okay? We're not always 100% right. Everyone's got different views on things. But when you hear the majority of people telling you something, you should stop, and this goes towards Konami, you should stop just disabling ratings and blocking comments, because you allow that on Facebook, but you don't allow it on YouTube. What are you so scared of? Are you scared that us YouTubers are telling you the truth? Are you scared that you see how toxic it can be? Are you scared? Then you don't fucking belong on YouTube. I'm sorry. Grow a backbone. You're a corporation. You didn't realize when you left, when you fired Kojima, like idiots, and I know it may seem irrelevant, but it's going to get to the point. You fire him, you're like, oh, we don't need him. And then your whole, video game department is falling apart, and you're going to have to look at Yugioh and have Yugioh try to carry that, and you're going to try to get rid of YGO Pro and Dev Pro because of it. Dumbasses. This is the only other way to phrase it. Do you remember what it used to be when YouTubing first started? UDE owned you. Well, okay, that's not actually right. UDE basically was in charge of publishing the game. Do you not think another trading card game company is just going to take your spot? Because it would be stupid to let the game just die off, because there was a lot of money, especially after 20 years, to be had. It's kind of really dumb. And Konami's just kind of in this point of oh, we can't do nothing because we're too stupid. And you could say it's NAS, it's not Konami, but let's be honest, they represent Konami at the end of the day. And Konami has to answer to the players, and it's more than just Konami and NSA. They need to break the walls down and be able to communicate. If someone's not able to communicate with you in adult level, in proper mannerism, or at least semi-decency, then block them. Be done. No one's telling you, you need to talk to those kinds of people, because trust me, they're assholes. They're never going to change. Maybe they will in 40 years. Maybe. Just maybe. It's not what we're asking. What we're asking is just for understanding. The Pokemon Company gets it. Why don't you? It's not that hard to understand. And some of you are probably going, but it's Yu-Gi-Oh! It's not Pokemon! In his crazy ass voice. But the point still stands. It's like looking over. It's like looking over from a fence. One side has exactly what the other side should be like. And yes, Pokemon's more diverse with the games and everything. I'll hand you that. Point still stands. It's really, really dumb. So overall, that's my stance on it. NSA is just being la 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 la. Same with Konami. It needs to change. It probably never will. Also, guys, if the day ever truly came, I don't like saying these words, if it ever came that Yu-Gi-Oh! Was done, and I've been thinking about it the past couple of days, deeply, and it fucked with me, I'll be honest why it fucked with me, and this is some real shit, because I still don't feel like last year I could have gone through everything I went through, Turtles being nuts, everything I went through without you guys, without Greg, without Mikey. I would have never met Mikey and Jonathan and Johnny and Gio and Mark and Nat and Elvis without Yu-Gi-Oh! I would have never met some of you, I can't remember your names. But I would have never had those memories. And some of those memories are the happiest times of my life because I get away from the studio. I'm not messing with music. It lets me clear my mind. And then it lets me go back into the studio and create some kick-ass music that you guys are going to be a part of next year. And I promise you, I can't wait to share it with you on YouTube. I just absolutely can't wait to break down that wall. It's going to be fun. And I am so scared and excited at the same time to share it with you because we are writing it right now. And doing coffee time gives me that inspiration to know that you guys will tell me what you like and what you don't like about it. And we'll take it from there. But you guys do mean the world to me, honestly. I don't care how many of you there are, whether it be 100 or 7 fucking plus thousand, which I still think is nuts, or whether it be 10,000 to 100,000. You guys always will mean the world to me, regardless of any channel that I'm on. Whether it be here, whether it be the network, whether it be ThePokemonCouncil, whether it be RyuAvalonGaming. I love you guys. I mean the fucking world to me. And I can't wait to show you what else I have planned. Especially the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff this week. I'm not going to spoil it, but trust me, you're going to want to tune in tomorrow. Not only for Tech Tuesday, but for the deck that's going up. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day and watching this. I'll probably be posting this out when Raw starts. Yes, I'm a WWE fan. We'll probably start talking about Raw on the network. If there's interest enough, you can find all my other channels in the descriptions. That's basically like, I just like to take every idea I ever had, just throw it out there, see what happens, and go from there. You guys mean the world, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.